was right for you, and then now that you're here, what has been right about Ohio State for you?
I thought I had a great relationship with all of the coaches there, and the offense was doing great at the time. Coach Moorhead definitely, he was there at the time. He's a great coach, great offensive-minded coach. So I just thought my ability to play and then my relationship with the coaches and all the other commits would eventually, help me become a better player. Just all those players that we had committed there at the time. It was just I had a great relationship with the coach and the players there, so that's why I committed to it.
And then obviously Ohio State, you feel you made the right decision here. When did you, after getting here, when did you really realize that this was the best decision for you?
Sure.
There were little times and places where I thought I made the right decision. So it wasn't really one set time where I completely knew, but it was just kind of just a feeling, just the family atmosphere here and the brotherhood we have here. Kind of just realized that this was a place to be.
Front row right, Austin from Letterman Row.
Justin, Coach Day was talking about just the routes and the way KJ Hill gets open, how effective that makes him. When did you realize he could be a real reliable guy for you?
As soon as I got here, Coach Day and all of the other offensive coaches just told me he was one of the better receivers on the team, and I think KJ is one of the smarter receivers on the team. He definitely knows what to do and where to break it, especially in zone defenses. He does a great job of finding the open zones, and even when I scramble, he does a great job of just kind of mirroring me and just try to find a space to get open.
For you, when you have to stand in there and take a shot to deliver a touchdown ball, everybody talks about you running and being tough there. Are those the ones that really make you proud as a quarterback when you have to take a hit in the pocket and throw something?
I think those are ones that feel the best, because you throw it up, you get hit, and you don't even know if it's a completion or not. So you kind of just wait on the ground and see what the crowd does. So just based on the crowd's reaction, that kind of it definitely, definitely feels the best for me. So.
Right next door, Tim, Letterman Row.
Yeah, I got like 100 questions. I'll ask a couple. And again, going into a game like this, like against Wisconsin, what's coming up, on this, is there a sense by you that it's a whatever it takes approach? I would think there might be games where they're cautioning you against running too much and things like that, but what is just your sense this week? Is it whatever it takes from your position?
I think that's for every game with me, whatever it takes, because I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win every game. So it's not really certain games. I think when coach needs me to do certain things or the team needs me to do certain things, I'm willing to do it. So yeah, it really is whatever it takes for me every game.
Yeah, and the other thing, compared to Georgia, how does this Ohio State playbook or play tablet stack up as far as the depth of it, both from the running game and the passing game? And do you feel like there's always an answer in there somewhere? Do you feel like the coaches are going to find an answer if some teams are giving you a little bit of trouble?
Yeah, Coach Day, everybody knows he's a great coach. He's probably one of the best coaches in the nation. So every time we face a defense, I have confidence in him that he'll find an answer for us to come up with to beat that certain type of defense. So really, I think the biggest thing for us is to just put all of our trust in him and just knowing that he'll lead us to the right path. And as long as we go out there and execute the play, that everything will be okay.
Right next door, Bill from the Dispatch.
Justin, Penn State's run defense is obviously very, very good. Their pass defense has been somewhat vulnerable. You haven't had a chance to really rack up big numbers. I know you're not about the numbers, but the fact that the passing game could be so crucial in this game, does that get you even more excited about this game? And how do you kind of approach that aspect of it?
I don't really get excited or I'm kind of an even kill guy, so I don't really my emotions don't really change. So I'm just going into this game like every other week, same preparation, same focus at practice, and we just have to make sure everybody on the team is focused at all times in practice and in meetings. So I think that'll help us do better on the field because Coach Day talks about when talent equates. It's not about who's bigger, who's faster, who's stronger. It's about who prepares the best and who goes about the meetings and stuff off the field really the best. So that's what we're going to focus on this week.
But is there a sense that the passing game is going to be crucial this week?
I think the passing game is crucial every week. No matter who we play, I think it opens up the running game, and I think the running game opens up the passing game. So there's not really any I don't really know the word for it, but there's not really any we're going to pass more this week or something like that. So I think we're just going to execute on all cylinders this week. So
Right next door, Joey from the Dispatch.
Justin, when you decommitted from Penn State in your Twitter post, you said it was one of the hardest phone calls you had to make. What do you remember about calling them in that day?
Yeah, I just remember like before I called Coach Franklin, I was like nervous. I was like, I don't want to do this right now. But I talked to my dad before, and we just felt like it was the best decision for me at the time because I was kind of blowing up in my recruitment, and I really didn't want to go that far in terms of leaving home. So, and I wasn't fully committed to the team, and fully committed like to the other commits. So I kind of felt bad talking to other schools and stuff like that. So. Yeah, I just talked to Coach Franklin, and Coach Franklin, he didn't see it coming, so just having that phone call with him, it definitely was one of the hardest phone calls I've ever had to make.
Is decommitting harder than people maybe think?
I think based on your relationship with the coaches, because me and him had such a good relationship, and I had such a good relationship with Coach Moorhead, I think just the relationship you have with the person, like, that like makes it harder. So it might be not as hard for a person who doesn't have that good relationship with their coach. So it's like it's really like breaking up with your girlfriend. Say if you have a good relationship with her or whatever, you don't want to break up with her, but you might have to because just circumstances outside. So.
Front row left, Mitch from the AP.
Justin, you had talked several weeks ago about how you were taking all your classes online. Can you just talk a little bit about, how you fit that online schedule into your football life and what classes you're taking too? I'd like to know about.
I have all right, so this got totally blown out of proportion like a few weeks ago. So I have one in class and then a lab that's in class too. So
What is that?
But the rest of them,
What are the classes?
weather and climate. So yeah, it's I think we have other few players in there, Chris Olave and then Cam Batt in there too. So I'm in there with them, and the rest of my classes are online. So usually the assignments are usually do all on the same day, so that makes it easier for me. So I kind of know my schedule ahead of time and kind of what I need to focus on during the week, and kind of just set out a schedule ahead of time and stuff like that. So I think having online classes and you knowing when the due date is helps plan out your schedule like in the future. So that's pretty much why I did that.
How many online classes do you have? You have the one in?
Too many.
The one. What's that?
Too many classes to be honest, but I think like 5, maybe 4 or 5. So yeah.
Far left, Lori from 610 WTVN.
Justin, James Franklin today was currently talking about trying to cover receiving death threats. I'm wondering how you deal with the fact that athletes and quarterbacks in particular are such targets for criticism. I mean, you even just now talked about your class schedule getting blown out of proportion. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, I think that's just crazy to me. I mean, I feel like people don't understand athletes and our point of view. I guess we're more than an athlete, so just receiving death threats over a loss like that, like that's I don't even know what to say to that because that just blows my mind. And I know Sean's a great kid, a great guy. So and we're friends. So just hearing that from him, that really just blows my mind. And I really don't even know what to say to that because that just like if that ever happened to me, I wouldn't know what to do because that's never happened to me before. But yeah, just hearing that he had to go through that definitely this just really blows my mind. And I'm really at a loss for words for that, to be honest with you.
How have you avoided being that? Is it just because you haven't had a competitive game at Ohio State? I mean, you decommitted from Penn State. It's not like you haven't had moments that wouldn't make fans angry. How have you avoided it?
I don't really know how I've avoided it. I don't know how to like attract that. So I just feel like people maybe might put too much pressure on athletes or something like that. But I've like that subject I have no like input on, to be honest with you, because that's never happened to me before. But yeah, that's just crazy to hear that.
Third row left, Edward from ESPN.
Justin, how you and your teammates kind of rallied around Chase the last couple of weeks? What did you do to make sure that he didn't hang his head too low?
We just picked him up. We knew we know he's a strong guy inside him. He has brothers all around here in a family that supports him. So we were just around him, kind of encouraging him and saying that we got your back. So just going out there and playing for him, I think that was a big part, and kind of just proving to ourselves that fighting through adversity and playing through adversity helps us as a team. And I think it just made us stronger as a team.
What was it like to see him back in game prep this week?
I mean, he's been Nah, he didn't practice that week. But just seeing him was back, of course. Of course, there's a little trash talk across the field. So just seeing him back is fun, and just getting to interact with him, of course, it's always a good time.
Did you see like a little bit more energy from him?
Nah, Chase is always full of energy and always talking trash. So it was pretty much the same Chase as always.
We've got time for just a couple more questions. Third row, middle, Patrick from 24/7.
Justin, I don't know how much you paid attention to Ohio State recent history, but the last two Penn State games have come down to the wire almost with JT and then Dwayne having to have big drives. Coach Day was talking about you needing to be able to do that if it comes down to that. In this one, how comfortable are you? We haven't seen you have to do that a lot this year at all, really. How comfortable are you in those late game situations, and how do you kind of envision those playing out if you have to do that?
The same as always. I mean, I'm not gonna play any differently, whether it's the beginning of the game or the end of the game. I think every time we step on the field, our goal is to score. I don't think being later in the game puts more pressure on me, especially if it's late in the game. You've already played a full game with them. Like, you don't have to have any more pressure on you. So, really just go out there, trusting the coaches, trusting the players. I think that's a big thing in late time, in late games. So, not really doing anything different, just going out there and doing what we always try to do, and that's score.
And when was the last time you had to drive the field late to win a game?
Maybe high school. I mean, I don't really know. So, yeah, I think high school, maybe junior year, we played Rome. So that was probably the last time.
Second row, middle, Steve from 24/7.
Yeah, Justin, talked to Chris Olave after the game about the deep balls that you guys hit. Just, he said that it took some time this year to get that going. Just how much hard work did you guys put into, and how cool is it? As you said, you may get knocked to the ground, but you hear a big roar at the other end. You know your guys come up with the play.
Chris is a great receiver, of course, and he's definitely a speedy guy. So just seeing that actually work out, that definitely shows that hard work pays off. So we put a lot of work into that in the off season and just during practice and stuff like that. So I think just working hard and just working on those deep balls and just working on the timing and stuff like that definitely helps the team out a lot. And we're definitely glad to actually see the hard work pay off.
Game like this, you may not have that opportunity quite as often, although they have given up a few big plays here and there. Just your thought on taking what they give you in this type of game and not maybe trying to force something in there.
I think that's a big part in playing quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, because when you start to force things, that's when turnovers happen. And our plan to win is having no turnovers. So I think turnovers is a big thing in a game. So just making smart decisions and taking what the defense gives us, I think that'll be a big part into going into this game.
Third row, right, Rob from the Dispatch.
Kind of related to that, most every quarterback has a favorite receiver, whether it's Tom Brady, whether it's Drew Brees. What goes into that? Is it just a guy that gets open? Is it a chemistry thing? Just you connect?
What goes into what, like having a favorite receiver?
Yeah, and yeah.
I don't really have a favorite receiver here. I mean, I think we have a lot of great receivers here, but I think they just bring something different to the table. I think Ben, he's a big body, can jump and go get the ball. He's a great route runner. KJ, great route runner, smart. Chris, he can definitely take you deep. So I think different guys on the team bring different aspects to the game. Like, so there's just no way I could just choose one favorite receiver, because I feel like they just have different games. So it's hard for me to actually choose one guy. So I don't really try to choose a favorite receiver. I just go through my reads and just throw it to who's open, really.
So there's no worry of forcing it into a certain guy?
Yeah, not at all.
Great. Justin, thank you very much.
Thank you, Justin.
Thanks, Justin.